Welcome back. September is National Recovery Month. The goal is to educate Americans about substance abuse and the treatments available to those fighting addiction. 6 people die every day in the United States from alcohol poisoning. That's according to the Centers for Disease Control. 76% of those deaths are men. The National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism says heavy alcohol use is considered to be 4 drinks a day for men, 3 for women. Experts say it's important to educate people about alcohol use while they are young. Now, according to Talk It Out NC, 14 is the average age that a youth tries alcohol for the first time, but 10% tried alcohol as young as 12 years old. That number jumps to 50% by 15 years old. Talk It Out has designated September as National Awareness Month. And Joe Marks is an ambassador with Talk It Out NC. He's joining us live this morning. Good morning to you, Joe.
Good morning to you, Marion. Thank you so much for having me on.
We're so glad that you are here, Joe. And I want to just start with why it is so important to mark this month and get this message out to people.
It's great. Well, National Recovery Month is a month that's been celebrated for 31 years now as a National Recovery Month. And it's where millions in recovery celebrate their improvement in managing their health concerns, just like people with hypertension, diabetes, asthma, heart disease. And it's also a great time for parents and adults to start the conversation with youth and young adults and their kids, and hopefully prevent alcoholism and substance misuse in the future and later on in life.
Joe, what is your personal experience with recovery?
Yeah, I'm a person in long-term recovery, and it's only by grace that I'm here. I drank really heavily for a lot of years, and particularly towards the end. The last 10 years of my drinking, I was a senior vice president for a major newspaper in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and I was drinking half gallon of alcohol a day and still trying to function until I finally lost my job, and then I just drank till where I was near death on 3 different occasions. By grace, I found recovery and have really lived a fruitful and exciting life, filled with a lot of love and a lot of support from a lot of others.
Wow. Joe, and now you are working to get this message out and to encourage others, but also help parents navigate this if perhaps they have a teen who may be drinking underage. And so I want to go there because I want to know if there are some things that parents can do to prevent their children from underage drinking, or even what those warning signs may be.
Yeah, parents can have a real critical role in helping, push out that age of first use. You mentioned 14 is the average in North Carolina right now. Push that out to later, or even eliminate that. I mean, not all youth and young adults are drinking, and people think that that's just an automatic. Well, it's not. Actually most decision making by youth is pretty good. So to help youth and your children to make those right decisions, have the conversation and start the conversation early. Start the conversation from my point of view in the womb, for God's sakes, and make it simple and keep the conversations often but real simple, and ask for your son or daughters or your student, whatever that may be, ask their opinion, ask what they think about it. If they're going out to a party, ask if there's going to be drinking, and just have that conversation, and use the website talkitoutnc.org. It will give folks a lot of conversation starters. It can help them relieve some of the anxiety they may have in having that conversation.
And we put that website up there, talkitoutnc.org. Joe, unfortunately, we are out of time, but we want to thank you so much for sharing your story with us, for pointing us to some resources to go to. There you'll also find more about the Talk It Out Pledge, and we want parents to have access and resources for that as well. So, Joe, thank you so much for your time this morning.